Awesome.
Thank you, Greg. Very cool. I'm gonna have to slightly edit this, initial voice clip out.
Well,
That's
I hope so.
It's gonna be a lot of effort.
All right, take one.
Intro.
All right, welcome everybody. We are MMG, hosted by me, Malachi.
Me, Micah.
And me, Gabe.
Awesome. And today, since it's going to be our first podcast and it's our first time, don't judge us. There's a little bit of mistakes and it's a little awkward, but we're going to get through it, especially since I'm going to try to lead the pack a little bit. And to
We're
start
also
off,
massively unprofessional, by the way. I just want to add, we
yeah.
don't have professional mics. We aren't in a studio. We are just doing this for fun.
Exactly. And I think that's what makes for good videos. Probably. So to start this off, we're going to make it very simple, and we're going to go with my topic. And it's 3 different topics that are going to hopefully span us a little bit over an hour and a half. But this first topic being very simple, it's just recommending different shows of different genres and whether or not a show has fan service or not. So it's going to spread over multiple areas, and hopefully it'll be stuff that you guys are interested in, and then that isn't all just super popular stuff. And I'm going to have
It's
a
gonna be
couple.
mostly popular stuff. I'm gonna say it now.
It'll be mostly popular stuff because the popular stuff makes it popular. But I'm going to also be looking on to my anime list and just finding what demographics certain things are in, so I can instantly find it instead of being dumbfounded for 40 minutes. And I'm going to start this off with, obviously, we're going to jump right in with shonen shows. Because who doesn't want to get some good shonen recommendations out there, right, guys?
Oh yeah, nobody's gonna flame us for shonen anime.
Never.
No, they're all amazing.
No,
Right?
no shonen fan base hates each other. It's just a proven fact. Shonen fan bases love one another, especially when they're in the same grouping.
Exactly. All right, so I'm just gonna jump in right away, and I'm gonna try to find some.
First, we should clarify we mean a battle shonens, because there's multiple times with kinds of shonen.
Yeah. So we want to do
I don't
action.
I don't want people to be like, excuse me, where's my favorite shonen romance? when we aren't talking about that.
Okay, yeah. So we'll stick for this one primarily action shonens, so battle shonens.
Yes.
Okay. And to start it off with one that doesn't have a lot of fan service, we'll just go with one of the most popular ones. Actually, probably not the most popular, but still one of Full Metal Alchemist. Well, primarily, I'm gonna say Brotherhood, of course, because it's the more complete one of the two, and it's only ranked number 2 on my anime list now for a reason, other than the fan base just continuously downgrading other shows. But that one right away would be one of the first ones you'd want to recommend. Here we can pass it around a little bit. You guys can start finding stuff of your own as well. Otherwise, I'll just jump right in with another one.
Okay, so I'm gonna instantly jump in with one that isn't even full action, but I feel like most people would agree could be a good starting anime if you're here for the lesser shows with not fan servicey stuff, which would be obviously Attack on Titan. It's a decently long series, but it does kind of runs with everything people want with shows when they aren't used to anime. It doesn't have a lot of anime shit, great story, no fan service. It's got everything you want.
Yeah, that's another thing I'm trying to see is shows that are a little bit shorter, because shoot, there's some long ones, and I don't think that's a good starter.
It's a lot of people though, so that's why I'm bringing it up.
I can agree with something like AOT, since it's 80 some episodes and some movies though. So
yeah, I'm not going to be recommending freaking Gintama. Yeah, start with a 300 episode show with everything anime.
Well, I would do that, but that's just a terrible place.
I'm gonna say that's just because you'd recommend One Piece.
No, let's relax there. I never said that. All right, Gabe. I know you got one you want to say.
Yeah. You mean I do? I mean, I'm looking at it right now, but I think I'm going to throw you for a loop. I'm going to recommend here Assassination Classroom.
Is that one?
Yeah.
no one considered it an action shonen. I can kind of see it, but
I mean,
That's what a lot of other people
it's more
consider.
action shonen than other shows.
It's
So.
not as action packed as others, but it's coming up on the list. So
I know it has some action scenes in it, like even just through the first season, which I'm still on right now. Don't
Finish.
hurt me. I'm grinding out One Piece right now. All right, I will get there.
You can take one Piece break and finish Assassination Classroom.
You could finish the entirety of Assassination Classroom.
If you can finish all of Marineford in one day, you can finish the rest of Assassination Classroom.
Exactly.
Look, man. All right.
You just shut up.
I'm on a mission.
This is how we take over an hour and a half of a podcast. It's just arguments.
I'm dedicated. Look, man, Marineford was straight gas the entire time. Okay, and there was
That's why everyone considers it one of the best arcs.
Dude, everything that happened, I was just like, oh, it's so good.
I know.
Every second, except for like a couple of seconds, but most of the time it was very chill. I was just I was in it.
I'm just listening to these guys.
Just watch that one arc. Just watch that one arc.
No,
you'll understand.
That one.
You'll understand.
No.
Just watch 2 scenes. You'll understand.
Still no. You still no.
And the twist as well was sick as Hades. I can't really say too much because if I say any twist or any spoilers, I'm gonna get stabbed by One Piece fans.
I might stab you myself. Honestly, that'd be more fun.
Yeah. Marineford was so good. That was the reason why I grinded out in a day. Was just because it was so good. I had to, you know.
I mean, I don't blame you.
Exactly.
I do.
I think it took me a couple days. I think it took me a couple days to watch it all because I had other stuff to do.
Makes sense. I didn't.
You have a life.
Here. Let's get off One Piece for a second and move to other popular stuff. I don't want to say JJK though, because I feel like if we're gonna show a starter anime, it has to have good animation, but not like that good, because it'll spoil.
And this is where I come in with my first recommendation: Demon Slayer.
I knew it'd come eventually. I knew it would come. Yeah, turn your brain off action.
It is turn your brain off action.
Now, despite what my two colleagues here may say, Demon Slayer is freaking awesome. Okay. If you're looking for a good animation that doesn't necessarily have the most Attack on Titan level storytelling, but it has a story and it's not completely garbage.
It doesn't have Attack on Titan story. It has a story.
And it has isekai level story, guys.
Oh.
Don't listen to these two. Their opinions regarding Demon Slayer aren't entirely correct.
Aren't entirely correct, just slightly sometimes.
Just more than 50% correct.
Yes.
That's up for debate. But anyway, Demon Slayer, I
do wholeheartedly agree.
Forgetting the story, animation, you just can't deny it's freaking awesome.
Yeah. It has the free run effect. It took a part in the manga that was the free run in JJK effect, because season 2 of JJK, I have to admit, was peak adaptation. But where it takes a scene in the manga that had literally nothing going for it and adapts a whole fight scene over it because reasons.
Mm-hmm. Says the guy who hasn't watched the season.
Malachi, I didn't need to watch the season to see the shit that was posted on Twitter.
Get off of Twitter. Look, I'm not going to disagree with you, and they did a lot of the adaptation right. They also did have some hiccups on the way.
Well, no shit. It was production hell.
So, I
saw that on Twitter. Now.
I can understand you applauding their adaptation, but let's calm down here as well. There's a lot of issues on the production end as well. So the fact that it got a finished product, that was impressive.
Yeah.
So really quick, jumping away from like a bunch of action stuff. Here's one that it's not even technically action, but it is because it's a sports show. We can do Hajime no Ippo, even though it's a little bit longer. I think it's 20 episodes, probably more than that. But I know the first season's 75, and it goes 30 afterwards almost. So that's one that's older. Has good fighting because obviously it's combat sport, it's boxing. So
okay, so I'm gonna bring up an underrated shonen adaptation that I feel like a lot of people probably didn't even know was shonen. Summertime Rendering. 25 episodes for a fully completed and fleshed out story with sick animation, good story, and, well, just fun characters to enjoy. And a great mystery behind it. I think that'd be a good watch for people that want to start watching a shonen anime.
Doesn't that one have a little bit of fan service though? Like
It
more
only
so
has
than-
a few scenes. No. Don't be like a little bit more. It only had a
they did
few.
like to have the repeated boat scene. Did
That
a
was
couple-
in one episode. That
It
does
wasn't in
not
just-
warrant. It
wasn't
was
in
in
just one.
episode 1 and episode 25. And maybe episode 2. It was like literally 3 times throughout the entire series. Then the only other bit of fan service was like Ushio's clothes disappearing for one scene, and Mia.
Out the shower. A couple of
I
times.
literally.
I feel
It's
like
not
that-
heavy
it's
fan
more
service that would ruin somebody's first experience, though.
I feel like it's tamer than others, but there's still some fan service in it.
Oh, boo fucking who, you see titties fucking 3 times. Cry.
Hey, watch the language now.
We are far past the fucking first minute mark.
Hey, you can't trust YouTube nowadays, man. You can't
I
trust it.
can't trust anything nowadays, because I'm on Twitter.
You go to Twitter.
Get off Twitter!
I can't trust anything. Hops onto Twitter. I can believe in you guys. You guys give me hope. You
I literally
liar.
said I can't trust anything. I'm on Twitter nowadays.
This is literally the freaking image of Otter hates eating watermelon but refuses to stop eating it.
Mm-hmm. Biggest contradictory statement. All right, hold on. We gotta do another sports one though, because people don't like boxing too much.
We don't need to do another sports one. It's just probably make more sense to do another sports one.
Yeah, let's do one that came out recently that doesn't have like. Well, okay, hold on. It does have a little bit of like man service, but not really much because like locker room stuff.
Boo hoo! You see pecs, cry.
Blue Lock. But that one's a good one where it doesn't take the typical shonen approach where it's like friendship is everything and friendship is magic. And they just beat the crap out of each other in soccer. And since soccer's like the most popular sport in not America probably, but like
No,
worldwide.
definitely not American.
We Americans in our American football, and basketball, but
All
I
American.
feel like that would be another one where it's like it's a very popular sport, and it doesn't take the typical friendship route. So it's a lot of just competition, a lot of action, and even though it has
a lot of
CG,
soccer.
I'm about to say even though it has CG, since it's a beginner friendly one where animation's not just like out of this world, but it's still very good. It's something that I think that new fans could get into and be like, nice.
I literally recommended Attack on Titan. I don't think I need to, hide the fact that there's a lot of CGI in the show with giant freaking humanoid monster, but not monster characters.
Yeah, there's not a lot. I was right. Cool. There's 25 episodes in the next season of Hajime no Ippo. Sorry, I had to bring that one back really quick. What genius.
Also, Gabe recommended Demon Slayer, and there's a fair amount of CGI in that one as well. Because
Yeah.
Ufotable loves 3D animation.
Yeah, they're just good at. They're just good at
Yeah,
it.
Hold on.
Ufotable really.
Hey, Gabrielle, my resident CAD. Do we think that Spy Family has enough action to be included in the action shonen recommendation?
Wait, sorry.
No.
Repeat that.
No.
Cut out.
What about season 2?
That's
Hold on,
okay,
hold on.
that still
First of all,
wasn't a very
what am I
good
what am I the resident? Hold on.
You're the resident Chad, and does Spy
Oh.
Family have enough action in it to warrant it being a part
It
of the
can be
show?
put in the shonen category. It's just not heavy action.
I
It
feel
is
like
still
it's
like
kind of like
action,
Marshall,
but it's
but
more
like
of a
with less
comedy.
action.
It's a
It's like-
comedy / slice of life shonen with action elements.
But there's a
'Cause
lot of
more
action for just having action elements.
But more often than not, you are watching a slice of life show about a family of quirky characters going around in quirky situations being quirky.
Yeah, I would.
I feel like most of
would
season
not-
2 is action.
It is
And
No,
most
they're
of
not
season
considered
one was
shonen.
slice of
No.
life comedy. And there was still plenty of slice of life comedy in season 2. It just took the back seat because you're.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I feel like there's enough of it where I would put it in the action shonen as well, because it's an action comedy shonen with it's
Now,
a slice of life as well, but it's also like when it's almost like a 60-40 on just slice of life and then action. To me, I feel like it's fine.
Yeah, but that's also because it's really not a 60-40.
And what is it? 70-30, 65-45? Like it's not like
It'd be more around that area than a 60-40.
I don't know, man. I feel like it's pretty close. Like other than
I feel like nearly 3/4 of your episodes are meant to be,
like other than like part 2 of season 1, I felt like there was a lot of action. Yeah, it was.
Did we watch the same part 1?
Part 1 did have a lot, like especially in the beginning episodes.
5, okay? Episode 5 was the main action, but
That was
unless
the
you
main
count your
action
finger touching a cow,
There was still
unless
a lot.
you count your finger touching a cow and knock it over as action, there really wasn't all that much.
I feel like there
And
was
also,
still a lot.
part
It's-
two
it's-
kicked
in
it
the
off with
intro, there was a
freaking
lot.
Monty.
Like in the first episode, there was a lot as well. It's just I feel like they divvied it up nicely, where it was not only action oriented, but like what was it, episode 4, where they had the castle episode.
That was episode 5. That's what I said.
That was like the most action centered. Like there was still a lot in the first 3 episodes.
I
And
mean,
felt
like fair, but again, I feel like just
final
it
3
is
as well.
technically up there in the action shonen category, but it's not heavily an action shonen.
Thanks, Dad, for at least validating that it should. I still think it should be a part of this category.
No.
Dad, you got it. Come on.
I disagree. Apologies.
Really?
It is not. No.
It is not. 10-second pause. I feel like there's enough action to incorporate it into this category, given that there's shonens like Bakuman, which is just drawing a manga.
That's because that's not an action shonen.
I know, but like that's
It doesn't
way more lax than
itself as one.
that's way more lax than something like Spy Family, which inquires the same stuff. Where it's a life thing.
Shonen. That's why I said we wouldn't include like romance shonens. That's why I wanted to keep sports shonen off. But you added an N.
When did you say sports shonen wasn't allowed in there? And think about it. A combat sports shonen is definitely an action shonen. It's literally combat, which is action. Like, what was the problem with that one?
Okay.
The co-host got exposed so hard that he is disappeared.
No, the co-host is tired of arguing about this bullshit just because you brought up Spy.
A combat series being an action series.
I didn't argue Hajime no Ippo. I argued Spy Family.
Yeah, and then you were trying to bring in that I was saying a sports one.
I brought up the other genres because I didn't want you to include stuff like Blue Lock or Haikyuu. Then you brought up Hajime no Ippo, and I couldn't argue that one.
And then I brought up Blue Lock.
I said don't. I was saying like I didn't want that one involved. It's soccer. The action is soccer.
But you didn't argue it when I said it. Like
because I didn't find a reason to until you brought up Spy Family, and then we're like, yeah, but that's more action shonen than like Bakuman.
I didn't say it was more action shonen. I was saying that it takes the same stuff like Bakuman, but has action. So I felt like it should.
You definitely did not say that. You just said it had more action than something like Bakuman.
I was saying that there are other series like that on here.
Are you on Mal right now?
like looking at other shonens, I definitely said at the beginning that I would be on Mal to find these other things as well, and I'm just on shonen, not on action.
Man, just remember the genres of shows you watch.
What?
Just remember the genres of shows you watch. So much easier.
Well, I think this makes it easier since I can just really quick scroll down and see, yeah, I did watch that. And instead of
Nah,
just
just
trying
remember
to
all
think,
200 plus shows you watch, personally speaking.
I can't.
Are you telling me you can't remember the generic names of shows you've watched because they're literally generic as hell?
Yeah,
Come
quite
on,
literally
man. Come on, man. You're telling me you can't remember The Eighth Son? Are you kidding me?
I didn't
As
watch
one of the
that.
most memorable. Well, I know you didn't. I'm just naming a random fucking isekai with a shitty name.
I don't like your attitude.
Good. Your argument got really dumb.
I didn't.
It really did, though.
No, I didn't. I think that I was pretty reasonable for the most part.
No.
Yeah, I believe so. Anyway, I'm gonna move past that, and I'm gonna name one that has more blood and guts and stuff. But like
Very beginner friendly.
not fan service.
Guys, you know what? Watch Berserk. Very beginner friendly.
Oh, this one. Okay, let's calm down. All right, that's a little too much. This one has
No,
more
really, that was a
blood.
joke.
It has
That
more
was
blood.
a joke.
Because it's like with like what Jujutsu Kaisen would be, where there's a lot of blood and you know people die, but like
Yo,
still feel
guys,
like
watch Chainsaw Man. Very beginner friendly for anyone who hasn't
oh,
watched anime for the first time.
no Dororo.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah, thank you. I'm gonna say a lot of action, good animation. There is a lot of blood. It's more it's more tailored towards like the adult fandom, but it's fine. It's just not like they
They
split
did
boobs
have
out.
a whole episode. Well, they did have like a whole episode / arc dedicated to a woman who poured herself out for money to help feed her orphanage.
Yeah, but they didn't show that stuff.
Yeah,
It's
they
just
just
like
showed the aftermath.
that was the surround. That was what the characters were surrounded around. Was like helping this person out.
Yeah, it's got adult themes, but not really like adult stuff.
There we go. Thank you. That
Minus Yakimaru literally getting his leg bitten off by a demon, but that's fine. Also, his skin reforming and the many times he kills people and monsters. But otherwise, it's totally family friendly.
Look, I said it had darker themes, but I feel like it's not fan servicey and it's not scary enough to like force anybody above the age of 10 to not watch it.
Yo,
Like,
you're telling me
like
under
six,
counter watching, bro?
6 to like 9. Now you're probably not watching a lot of these at all.
You're probably not watching these at all.
Exactly.
You might watch Dragon Ball.
So it's like 10 and up. I feel like this is still fine for. It's an appropriate enough show.
You guys, it's fun to it's just more fun to bully opinions rather than bring your own in.
We're bullying my opinion pretty hard. It hurt my feelings.
You deserve it
What?
for having the opinion.
Okay, whatever, man.
I got that Twitter mindset. If it's an opinion, it's wrong.
You got another one you want to say? Because I do have another one that I could probably bring up that is older. No, it's longer, so I can't actually. Never mind.
Yo, you know a great starter anime?
No.
Kakai Sensen.
That one is pretty good.
I'm gonna say, tell me now that one wouldn't be an easy enough starter anime.
It doesn't have enough of a story to confuse the masses. Actually, that'd be the more part is not having story in the second season, but yeah, really good action.
I'm gonna say it doesn't have a story, but show looked pretty.
Show looked pretty.
And sometimes that's all you need. That's literally just the epitome of Demon Slayer. Show look pretty.
Now, hold on.
Come here, resident Demon Slayer fan. Defend your honor.
I'm going to go defend your honor. Go defend your honor because I said show look pretty, and that's the best.
You just don't understand the finer elements deep and laden within the show itself, okay? You say before that Muzan is not a fantastic villain. Well, I do agree. He's not like Dio or fucking Frieza or something like that. But he's so as far as we've seen so far, he is decently written.
Here's my low bar. Is he as death level?
He is above as death level because there's actually
he's a C tier villain.
I'm about to say if he is above as death level, he is good enough. And I can easily say Muzan is above as death.
He is above as death because as far as I know about Esdeath, compared to her, he has writing to him.
Well, yeah, because Esdeath's writing was literally just, she's really strong. Also, she loves the main character. And that was it. Like, I know so many people would be like, excuse me, did you even watch the show? Unfortunately, yes.
Damn.
It wasn't
Not a
good.
big fan of that show. It's like not a big fan of that show.
It's not good.
Hey, give another recommendation out.
Don't even save it.
Mike is gonna just trash talk villains until you come up with something.
So true.
Okay, let me look at a list again.
Oh, see, now he has to look at the list.
Why is that on here?
I am.
Okay, would any of you consider Death Note a battle anime or battle shonen? Because
it is not. No.
I don't.
It is a mental battle shonen, more on the level of some. Well, not more on the level.
I mean, yeah, but
your Classroom of the Elites, but way better than Classroom of the Elites.
Micah.
What?
Maggie. Yeah, that one.
I wouldn't fucking know. I haven't watched it.
I know. I'm just shutting you up to say it. All right, that one.
Maggie good anime.
It is a good.
Last I checked, it has an opening sequence where one of the main characters is literally rubbing his face in titties. And
Not
honestly, kind of based.
Not canon.
But
look, man,
you're telling me they put fan service in the opening that wasn't canon to the show?
It's like the Apothecary Diaries.
That team even more.
Look, it's like the Apothecary Diaries, where it's like it has the brothels and stuff, but it doesn't really like okay. Yeah, Maggie doesn't. The Apothecary Diary does incorporate the brothels. It's kid friendly in my opinion. They got a couple outfits that are look, they got some outfits that are suggestive, but like
Malachi, we already mentioned Demon Slayer.
Yeah, there's not enough in there for me to go.
They literally made all of the female Hashira uniforms the same way Mitsuri's is. Mitsuri just chose to keep it because she didn't want to hurt their feelings. Which is dead ass the reason she has a boob window and tiny skirt.
Yeah, definitely.
She didn't want. No, that's literally why she kept that, because she didn't want to hurt the feelings of Taylor who made it.
I don't know why. I don't know why I sounded sarcastic there.
I'm not saying you literally were like, oh, exactly.
Hey, come on, Resident Evil. Come on, Demon Slayer fan. You're supposed to defend your show.
I mean, it's true. That's what it's there for.
That's what it's there for. She is literally there to.
They literally admitted it. Such in the show.
Exactly. Like, there's no defending.
Does this one count? Is this one actually a shonen? I feel like it is, but you never know. Shangri-La.
Is it in shonen? Yes, it's a shonen. It is a shonen jump battle shonen that literally is the epitome of no story but pretty show.
Why did you get so mean with me, man? I was asking a question.
Asking it while
you're giving a suggestion.
You're like, this shonen, but it's in the shonen category of my anime list. A shonen anime. Like, yes, you stupid bitch.
Damn.
Well, some of these shows might not be like. I just have to confirm.
How is the show that is in the shonen category being published in Shonen Jump not a shonen? Like, dude!
My anime list isn't always right. You know that.
Of course not, but it doesn't typically get genre wrong. You don't look at
never
a thing that's
know.
published in Shonen Jump and just say, you know what, put that in seinen. That's not shonen enough.
Well, there are shonens that are seinens. So how about
Not this one,
shut up,
dude.
child?
This is a gamer shonen. We would not need to put this on the level of fucking Vinland Saga.
That's just one of the obvious signs. There's some that are not very obvious that are.
Well, no shit. Fucking gushing over magical girls is a seinen.
Fair enough.
That's all I needed to prove that point, by the way, guys.
That's all you needed to say. I understand. All right, let's get out of this.
Let's get out of action shonen before I actually lose my mind.
Let's get out of action shonen and move towards still shonen, I guess, for now. Just a little bit longer. Do we want to switch? Do we want to just switch it completely out of shonen and go to another one really quick instead of trying to do only action shonen? We want to.
You don't want to milk the shonen titties?
I'm good, Chief. No. Oh wait, hold on. We gotta do our adult friendly. No teenagers are not. I'm slow. No kids allowed.
Is this shonen or ecchi?
Well, I'd prefer it still be shonen for now, but I mean, shonen with more adult stuff to it.
So
it's
I tried nothing and I'm all out of ideas.
Fair enough. Hold on? How about we do some longer series as well? Like if you want to watch a long show.
Dragon Ball. Go watch Dragon Ball. Good shonen. It's just its pacing is literally the worst thing in existence, but show look pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Go watch One Piece. I mean, don't, because you will hate yourself.
You'll love yourself.
You will love yourself after you get through hating yourself. It's a process. All right, take it from me.
But then you'll be able to relate to everybody on Twitter.
Exactly. Yeah.
No, we're not promoting you go to Twitter. If you're on it, we suggest you get off. Micah?
I'm promoting Twitter perfectly. I think Elon Musk, great person. Go buy Twitter Blue. Make him richer so you can waste more money on
And this is where I interject. Anything coming from Micah, you do not listen to.
He is wrong 99% of the
time. Yeah, also, I don't actually support Elon Musk, guys. I actually don't care for the guy at all. I just use Twitter because it's what I've been on for a while.
Okay, think of a really long show that you really like that isn't Dragon Ball. That's shown.
Yeah, because I already took that one.
Yeah, Mike already stole your thunder.
Well, just shonen in general, just
yeah. So okay, we can do now if you want to do a shonen romance, shonen fantasy, shonen with a lot of death in it.
Hold on. Let me.
All right, death.
Let me try to look at romance because nothing really comes to mind because I don't watch shonen animes, romances.
Shonen romance. The danger is in my heart. Just trust me. It's weird sometimes because obviously there's differences between characters that are not 18 and you, since you're 18 and you shouldn't be simping. But
I mean,
in terms of an actual romantic show, I think it does its job really well.
It has better character writing than Demon Slayer by a Gintama level of writing. There you go.
Re:Zero is considered a romance anime or romance shonen.
We don't associate with Mal. That one does not count.
What one is that?
If anything, it's more romantic subtext. Re:Zero. They're saying Re:Zero is a romance.
That one's more subtext. It's more subtext.
Exactly.
The romance hasn't fully formed at this point.
It's like how for the first seasons of Kaguya, it'd say romantic subtext instead of romance. Where it's because the romance isn't fully developed, but it's romantic stuff.
It's like Nagatoro, where it's romantic subtext because there's subtle hints, but it's not there yet.
I mean, yeah. Hold on.
Hey, you didn't watch past 5 minutes, bro. You don't get a say in this.
What?
You didn't watch past 5 minutes of Nagatoro. You don't get a say in it.
Okay. Fair enough.
Okay, hold on. Here, let's just I'm gonna toss out some quick buckshot rounds of suggestions.
Hey,
obviously you gotta do Hunter x Hunter. For some reason they say Free Run's a shonen, but even if it wasn't a shonen, definitely should watch it.
It is a
Gintama,
shonen. It's a monthly shonen.
Gintama, because it's Gintama. Trust me, you will never find a funnier shonen.
I
A
literally
silent,
complimented it, even though I've never fucking watched it.
a Silent Voice, the movie. Yeah, it's a very highly rated movie for a good reason. It's very good. And another work by that same creator, To Your Eternity, where it has more death and adult themes, but still really good. Well, shoot, I faded. McQueen is fading. Dang, dude, I was taking all the top stuff, so I gotta find some more bad stuff.
Hold on.
Origami.
Something.
Origami, controversial because people don't like it that much because it doesn't have a super story, but it's good. It's good. Just trust. This is not a speed round anymore. I ran out of speed.
All right. Chivalry of a Failed Knight.
That's not a shonen.
Then this thing is lying to me.
Ooh. Another long one that we have. This one's like one of the more kid-friendly ones out there. My Hero. Why don't we think about that one? It's a longer one.
Kid-friendly, I agree.
Look,
Very kid-friendly.
The
Money Shot in episode 1 is definitely for children.
Bones does some stuff that makes it not as kid-friendly, but it is still very kid-friendly.
Yes, a lot of stuff.
Themes, with its themes, with its characters, other than like
To be fair, Horikoshi does not do himself any favors.
Yeah, he doesn't do himself any favors, but like
let's say drawing the invisible girl butt-ass naked with only her gloves on as a cover art. Probably not the best way of advertising your series, but he did do it.
Yeah, but for the most part, I feel like that one's more kid-friendly. Especially since, like, it's just its theme.
Oh, also, the entire existence of Mineta makes it less kid-friendly, but
who doesn't think of superheroes and go, boom, my son would like that?
Me, right? I'm gonna introduce my son to only the peakest of peak and show him fucking the Vagabond adaptation when he gets one in 20 years.
It won't.
It won't, but I'm gonna give my son the brand experience.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. But here's some other ones that have fan service in them that I definitely didn't just find on my anime list and go, those are good. I just thought of them. Soul Eater and Fire Force is got a lot of fan service, but it's pretty good.
I have no say on Soul Eater, but Fire Force is really good when the Lucky Lecture is on screen.
It looks pretty, all right. It's
sometimes it looks pretty when it doesn't need to.
Especially for the fact that it's made in like 2007. Okay, it looks really pretty. All right, but there's some fan service.
There's a bit too much boobage where there doesn't need to be.
We can do a couple more from two other series that I've read, Dark Gathering and Helk. I feel like Helk is pretty kid-friendly, and it is a shonen. It's just looks fancier because it's more fancier than shonen.
Look, it is a shonen. It was just adapted by Satellite, so nobody gave a fuck about the show when it came out.
Nobody knew what it was, but that one is really good, and Helk's Past is a banger arc, and they animated all of it, so it's good. And then Dark Gathering is obviously, it's a horror series, so it's not really kid-friendly. A lot of blood, a lot of demony stuff. It's like kind of stuff that you wouldn't want to show a girl to impress her. Then she would either beat the crap out of you or dump you. Trust. Yeah, I've dated before when I was like 10. That's depressing to think about. Okay, how's your search been going?
Poorly.
Good to hear.
Yes, I get mixed results of whether or not this counts as a shonen or not.
I see. So you're just struggling with that part of like determining whether or not it counts?
Yeah. Micah says it's not, and like Crunchyroll said it is. But then again, it's Crunchyroll.
Just don't trust Micah.
It was Chivalry of a Failed Knight.
That one, I agree. That one's not a shonen, but like
exactly. So don't make me be mad.
A couple other ones,
I am because a couple people are saying Crunchyroll saying it's a shonen.
There's one that we're watching that's a shonen that you could say. We're watching it right now. It's underrated as heck. There's just fan
That
service.
also has a lot of fan service.
There's a lot of man service. Thanks, Andy.
Oh, I mean, if we're talking about, the soldier that may be chained.
Oh,
You're thinking of the other one with
Yeah.
the fun abilities, the negators and stuff.
That's the one I first. That was the first one I thought of, but that would be less. And then you started talking about fan service. So I was like, well,
I said man service as well because Andy.
oh, wow.
Yeah, his entire existence. Pretty much. Abe, just say it. Recommend it so I don't have to, because I would. I mean, I'm
Okay,
going to.
because they can't say it. Undead Unlock, because,
All right. And I second that, because it's really good.
Yeah.
He seconds that because he has all of the manga that's available in English right now.
Yep.
And you wouldn't shut the hell up about us watching it.
Yep. I forced you guys to watch it, and I have no regrets.
Other than David pacing it weirdly.
Other than David pacing it, but you know what? That's fine. Other than that, I got no regrets. And then yeah, Gabe, I like the chain soldier recommendation. Do not watch this around anybody.
Awaken a new fetish every episode. This is
Yeah, so there's a lot of anime out there that you shouldn't watch in front of your parents or around them. This is definitely up there. Make sure you're alone in your house before you watch the show.
Like they're counting Onimai as a shonen. I don't know how to feel about that.
All right, then watch Onimai if you're willing to go to jail. If you're all right with being hunted by the FBI for the rest of your life, watch Onimai because it's a really good story, animated really well by Studio Bind on a manga that probably shouldn't be read by any normal contributing adult to society.
Yeah. All right, and then
because I'm not that, I'm 100% okay with watching it and loving the show.
Yeah, I'm just gonna toss in 3 more quick draws of stuff that are controversially popular because people don't like it, but it's good. Black Clover, Fairy Tail, and then Mashal. Drop those 3 in there so I can finish off this shonen list because people don't like
shonen far too much, far too long.
Yeah, and I'm not recommending the big 3 to anybody because people who know the big 3 know why they are the big 3, so they won't have to ask me to recommend that. And first off, I'm not recommending One Piece to anybody because it's a journey. All right, you just got to find it yourself. All right, I can't tell you to go get it. You got to get it yourself. And Bleach. Yeah, they've heard about it too. It's like the Black Clover thing where it just gets hated because it's popular. And Naruto, which we won't recommend because Gabe doesn't like it at all.
Yeah, all 3 of those are done by Studio Pierre.
Yeah, I don't like Naruto for no good reason than just out of spite.
Yep.
He doesn't like it for any other reason other than people recommend the show a lot.
So out of that category, well, we might be here a while if we do all shonen recommendation. This recommendation thing is going to be the longest one, I think, and I'm quite proud of that. I thought of the longest one. I knew it was going to be long.
Well, yeah, because it's like we don't have good opinions. So imagine us trying to recommend.
Exactly. So it's just going to keep splitting off.
We're just pushing our agenda and swearing, guys, this show is a really good beginner show if you take out all the elements that aren't beginner friendly.
Yeah.
It'd be like recommending a show and recommending the complete parody of the genre you're trying to get them into, but saying, guys, if you look past all the parody elements, it's a really good beginner show for this genre.
Yeah, so we want to move to comedy, romance, or fantasy. What's one we want to do next? Like do we want to just go into the Isekai section and recommend 3 shows and move on?
Isekai, what shows do you recommend? None of them. Don't watch Isekai. It's a
You shut your whore mouth.
Come to this.
I am the Isekai guy. I would know better. I have watched too much dog shit.
You're supposed to recommend a bunch of Isekais then if you're the Isekai guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I said go away. That's why I said go away.
Okay.
As the resident Isekai guy, I tell you now, don't come down this rabbit hole unless you want to see shows like Do You Love Your Mother and Her 2-Hit Multi-Target Attacks, or I Got a Teach You Another World.
Talk about
those ones don't count.
Those
Those
are
ones
both
are-
isekais. Those are both
we don't
isekais.
associate with those.
We won't
Yeah, but
deny
those
it,
aren't ones we
but
recommend.
yeah, we
Of
cannot
course
recommend.
not, but they are isekais.
So
Now,
like,
if you
do we
want,
want? Yeah, do we want to do? Do we want to do isekai? Do we want to do romance comedy? Which one we want to do next?
Let's do
Isekai,
isekais.
because we're already on the topic.
One seriously and one not seriously.
Okay, so here's one, the most obvious one that you got to recommend, even though people hate it because it's controversial. Mushoku Tensei.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's the top-rated isekai for a reason.
If you don't
So-
like erectile dysfunction, then this show's not for you.
okay, now hold on a
If
minute.
you like a good story of self-discovery and like changing yourself from your other life because you got a new second chance, like
Even if you're
taking
never going to do that yourself.
I say taking what the isekai genre was, more or less intended to be of just, hey, it's a new world. I'm a new person. I can change myself. Instead of I'm a new person in a new world and I'm overpowered, so and I'm gonna get a harm. This one would be good for you.
All right. Anyways, now I'm gonna get my own biased recommendation out of the way and go watch ReZero. If
Another
you
one
want
where-
to isekai, it's another one about changing who you are as a person and becoming better than you were before. Even if he didn't die and get reincarnated for it, and he's still himself, it's all about self-discovery and changing how you do things. And it also has a killer cast of characters.
If you throw yours out of there, I know you got another one at least. I gotta avoid the next.
Yeah, I got a couple.
Yep. I gotta
Okay,
avoid
so
yours.
first, obviously, I gotta give a shout out to Eminence and Shadow because
Yeah,
it's downright
It's
one of the
bad
best
on
things
purpose,
I've ever seen in
so
my
it's
life.
great. I say it's bad on purpose to make it good.
Yeah,
It's not even bad on purpose. It's just cliche on purpose.
Exactly.
yeah. If you want
bad
to watch a show where your main character rolls a nat 20 on literally everything he does, go watch it.
On every stat, then this is the one for you.
Exactly.
But like on every stat, but it's funny. It's not just shoehorned
It's
in.
not. I'm about to say
Yeah,
it's
Because
not.
again, like that's like the show that I'm like making the pointing out for on why this one's good with it is cheat skill, because they're the same setup, but this one isn't bad on purpose. It's just cliche. Cheat skill's bad, like fully on purpose.
Yeah. Okay, let's toss a couple more out of there. Let me try to find one that I think is.
Can I say one that's like not as highly recommended as an isekai, but should be?
Yeah, go for it.
Cautious Hero.
Oh,
Go
yeah,
watch Cautious Hero.
Yeah.
It is literally like Konosuba levels of funny that then decides to take an actual good animation turn just to then hit you with the biggest twist in a show for only the last 2 episodes to make you really feel like, oh, hey, they actually knew what they were doing with this story. Even if the entire point of every bit of the other show was make us laugh and see how stupid you could get with an overpowered main character, it then hits you in the feels.
Mm-hmm.
Tell him, coach.
All right. Anyways, then another one, Overlord. Go watch Overlord.
Back to like stuff that you actually want to watch.
Yeah. Now back to what people actually recommend a lot.
Okay, this one is less recommended. Ascendance of a Bookworm. Really good story.
In case you don't want the action isekai, go watch that.
In case you don't want just action isekai, aka every other isekai, basically. No offense to isekai, because I understand. But this one is like it takes Shoku Tensei elements where it's slice of lifey, and then all of a sudden something will happen and it'll be like intense. But this one doesn't incorporate a lot of action like Mushoku Tensei does, and it's more just like the drama aspect, the intense feeling one where you gotta like think about what's gonna happen next.
Ideals.
Yeah. But really good. It's really good. Good main character too.
Okay, can I recommend one, but only one season?
No.
I know which one you're thinking
Yeah,
of.
I know what we're talking about here. All right.
Yeah, you can tell him, coach. Tell him.
Yeah, if you were going to watch a show and drop it after one season, go watch Rising of the Shield Hero season 1 and only season 1. Really take a nosedive. Like, even if you once again push past the CGI turtle, its story just has not gotten better. It could not top the revenge plot of season 1.
Yeah, no.
All right, Gabe, you got one more in you. I know you do.
I got one more in me. There's a couple. I'm saving one of them because it's related to mine. But I think if you have some deep and laden, I'm not going to finish that because this might be controversial. So just to say it, if you like military stuff, you'll really like Tanya the Evil. Saga of Tanya the Evil. All right.
I just
Now,
know where you're going with that last statement.
Yeah, so he knows. If you've seen it, then you know as well. I'm not going to elaborate on it because we don't need to be destroyed by various people.
We don't need to get canceled right away. I'm about to say let's at least give ourselves like another few episodes.
Mhm,
Say something.
Yeah. So all I can say, if you like war and like weird magic mixed in with military stuff, you'll like.
You like people with guns.
Now, if you have a problem with the Nazis, then maybe not so much.
Problem with the show, it's a little bit like that.
Oh yeah, not explicitly Nazis. I mean, it's Germany for sure. I mean, they don't say it, but
they literally invaded Russia, but like not really, guys. I swear, we literally called them commies. But hey, guys, it's not technically Russia.
Yeah. There's more communist countries.
Could be China.
Yeah, definitely. That's better.
China.
Anyways, hold on. Let's just name the two other obvious ones that people would be like, hey, why didn't you say it? Slime. All right, gotta bring that one.
Yeah, that's an easy starter anime, especially for.
And this one's not really a good starter one, but god dang it, if you like comedy, Konosuba. It's got a lot of jiggle physics, got a little bit of fan service in it, but it's funny.
A little fan service, I agree.
Just a little bit.
We definitely didn't have a whole episode about a succubus area.
I don't remember that one, Chief. Sorry.
We literally had a whole sequence of darkness being butt ass naked in the bath.
She's in the bath. All right, that makes sense.
Yeah, but it was in there. We didn't need to shoehorn it in. It was just funny.
Yeah. It's a comedy parody of the isekai genre, like basically just making fun of everything that the isekai genre has turned into.
Pretty much Eminence and Shadow, but without the substance of an actual story behind it.
It's more colorful Eminence and Shadow.
Yeah, because we don't need to build a world when the world is just centered around bullshit.
Exactly. You don't need
Unless
to build a story.
you have a world, you can bullshit your way around it.
Exactly. So
very different ways of handling the isekai genre
there. Shoot, what are some lesser known ones? Micah, do you recommend
Trapped in a Dating Sim?
Yeah, Trapped in a Dating Sim.
If you're all right with mech animation, but pretty decent story and good character writing with good comedy.
If you're into animated mechs, like they're badly animated, but they're animated.
They are indeed 2D. They're just Studio MG 2D, so not great.
What about like I don't want to say I will say it though, Grimgar, because if you're looking for like more realistic isekai, where your character's not overpowered right away, you actually got to like deal with the hardships of being completely new to the world. So that one, it'll work. It may not be everybody's cup of tea, but I think it works.
Because after our first watch, it definitely wasn't our cup of tea. But hey, we can at least acknowledge the good about it.
If you want another series that you have to drop after one season that has even less episodes than Shield Hero, The Devil's a Part-Timer, where it's almost like a reverse isekai where from another world gets sent to America, aka Japan, but the real world, and there's magic incorporated, but not in surplus amounts due to it being Earth.
In the same vein as that, The Great Jahi, similar as hell to Devil's a Part-Timer, just more comedy focused, so not as heavy on the building around the bad story that they ended up trying to pull out of their ass.
If you want one that has a lot of curse words, but it's really funny, Reincarnated as a Sword.
Yeah, I love how the dub is just cursing.
I say they had no filter. And then if you want one
And
with an
they're
absurd,
also racist.
and then you want one with an absurdly long title but overpowered characters, where at least it's not too terrible. Like it's a turn your brain off one, but it can be good with your brain on. Problem children from another world are coming from another world, aren't they? That one's okay. Anything else I can think of that I don't think is just absolute dog water?
It's isekai, so probably not.
Yeah, I'm running out of ideas already. It was a good run. It was
I
a
have
good
like
run.
5 other long title isekai that are really bad, but hey, they're there.
They are isekais.
They are isekai.
So let's really quick do a couple more. Let's do some romances because obviously we gotta drop our terrible romance opinions. All right.
God.
Want to say shoujo like just for the females, or we want to just say romance?
Romance. I am not trying to separate my romance. I don't watch
Hey,
shoujo.
good romance comedy, Kaguya-sama.
A good recent romance that is a shoujo. Sign of Affection.
Dang, I just realized they count the Monogatari series as a romance.
No.
Shut.
You know what? I too wish to romance 13-year-old girls. That's my favorite path.
Shut up. Do not. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't.
Take this
Honor,
stuff out of context.
Your Honor,
please.
take it with a grain of salt. Your Honor, take it with a grain of salt.
Your Honor, take it with a grain of salt. I was simply channeling my spirit animal, Araragi.
Shut up. You're gonna be considered an accomplice. A classic, an oldie but a goodie. Clannad and the After Story. Both are really good.
Not great starter anime because they might ruin anime for you for the rest of your life. But hey, they're there. They're pretty great.
Hey, think of a
Take
romance you
something
want.
after finish the
A
series.
romance / slice of life, I will recommend in this case, because I have another one I'm saving for later, Uzaki-chan.
Right, Gabe, know what one you're saving for later, so stop saving it.
No, I'm not.
It's later now.
Okay, it's later.
Later for my topic, idiot.
Okay. Sorry.
How are we supposed to know that, Gabe? You should have said that first.
Well, maybe if you use
All right. Anyways, Toradora, because I'm tired of sitting on that one. Go watch Toradora. It's peak fiction. Gabe, that means you.
I don't know about Your Lie in April. Does that one romance? Yeah, because I mean they do get a conclusion, but
Really a romance.
to me it felt more like subtext.
It's got more romance than the subtext romance of
It was like
Uzaki.
it was like Nisekoi. It was like Nisekoi, where it's like boy and girl like each other, but not out of actual love. It was more out of convenience for their positions, position of power. Even though Nisekoi, they do actually have romance like in the manga.
The romance.
Can't actually finish the show. Can't animate any more than 2 seasons worth. Where the second season felt like just filler.
Yeah, Shaft.
Yeah, Shaft.
All right. Anyways, harem romance. To bring it into there, since you mentioned.
We'll bring that up again. Look,
Yeah,
season 2 might have felt like a little bit of filler, but it was good. All right, don't get me wrong. I really like Nisekoi. It's kind of mid, but it's good.
Quintessential quintuplets, since it is genuinely just proper harem romance because there's not a lot of good harems.
And then I guess does this one? Nah, nope, never mind. I'm gonna shut up.
Oh, also Dangers in My Heart. I know you mentioned it before, but I'm gonna say it again.
Yeah, thanks, Dad.
Yeah, no problem. Might make it
They
the podcast.
they got Kids on the Slope on here as a romance.
Definitely a romance. I don't know if it's a great start of romance, but it's a romance.
Look, man, it's a music one. If you like jazz, I think you'll like it. That's why I showed it to you. Yeah, that's the only reason I showed it. Why do I not have this on my list? Is it not on my list? I'm slow in the head. I don't have it on my list. I need to add it to my list of watch shows. Yeah, I've watched it like 4 times. I don't know why it's not on my list.
Because you're slow in the head. You just said so.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah, I did just answer my question, didn't I?
Yeah. Exactly.
I don't know why they're counting the Time Machine Blues and Tatami Galaxy. I mean, they are romance, but not really heavy romance. Like a
That'd be
it's
like
romance.
Pretty
It's
boy
like
romance.
romance. They tell you that it's a romance without like showing the romance. It's just like, yeah, they're a thing, all right, but you just gotta trust me because I don't really like giving conclusions to the romance stories, because that's gay. That's basically what the guy says at the end of the show, by the way, like word for word, basically. Just
I don't
trust.
believe you.
No, he literally goes like, "You want to know what happens afterwards? I'm not gonna tell you because that's stupid." All right, cut the film, and he ends the show right there. You just gotta trust me. You want a really slow romance that has fantastical elements in it? Ancient Magus Bride.
So true.
Look, sometimes the pacing
It's
can make
really slow,
season one
but
was, and it has some action scenes, and it's not totally always slow. Just like 94% of the time.
I mean, again, I've literally said this before and made the comparison that Ancient Magus Bride is the light novel of manga.
Exactly.
It
Gotta
tastes like a
recommend
lot
Wotakoi.
of
Gotta recommend Wotakoi because good.
because
It's more
they're
adult.
just like us for real, except they actually get romantically involved with another person.
For real.
They're
Real
weebs.
life. It was questionable until the conclusion made me stop questioning it, so it's cool.
It was questionable until it finished. Then I was like, "Yo, that might have
was
been."
a little weird, but it's all right. Look, I could sit here and explain why it was a little weird, but I'm not going to.
Yo, children.
Kimi ni Todake, that's a shoujo, just straight up romance, just like 2 seasons of romance. And then a 3rd season on the way, finally.
Considering I've already recommended Sign of Affection, I feel like you're all right to mention Kimi ni Todake. Okay.
Have you recommended Tomo-chan? I feel like that one should have been an obvious one for you.
Yeah, I should have mentioned that earlier, but then we were mentioning other romances.
Ah, well, there you go.
Yeah. Anyways, Tomo-chan, because it's mostly a comedy, but there is romance, and it does actually conclude the romance.
Micah, do you want to recommend the parody romance where it just feels like they're making fun of the genre, but they do build a story around it a little bit?
Sorry, I was trying to mention that they cut out my favorite part where they, cut out the context where Carol's mom was 13 when she was pregnant.
Let's
Thank you for that one.
let's not talk about that.
Yeah, thank you for bringing that one up, Chief.
Sorry, I always acknowledge it. It's in the first volume of the Omnibus, and that's great. Anyways, yeah, I know exactly where you're going with this. Go watch 100 Girlfriends, guys. It's a peak fiction if you're looking for turn your brain off fun in the romance genre.
Fiction if you go to Twitter for your opinion.
Hey, it's really good though, guys. It actually is.
Yeah, we'll go
Can't
with
wait.
it, buddy.
If you haven't gotten the hint, today's message is Micah, get off Twitter. If you want some romance where it's pretty looking, because the studio that worked on it, you can watch Urusei Yatsura, because David did it, so it's pretty. Or you can watch Chunibyo.
Let's be honest, Malachi. Urusei Yatsura up until this point has just been romantic subtext.
Yeah, but now it's romance, so
Now it's more romance in season
Exactly.
2, where you're not at, so you don't even know if it actually is.
I
Even
just
though
I have
I did say it was. I did say it was getting romance.
I just have a gut feeling.
Yeah. Also, yeah, Chunibyo for one season, and then the next season doesn't build on it at all, and it's really upsetting.
Yeah. A couple of lesser known ones. Surrey Children. That one's a lot shorter.
I already said that one.
I didn't hear you.
Aw.
I'm not gonna say Yamada and the Seven Witches, but Mayo Chiki's one that like nobody knows that I think is really good. And it has like the better Subaru. So
What's that supposed to mean?
don't worry about it.
I'm slightly worried.
Don't worry about it, Chief. They just got a really better than your Subaru.
You're making fun of the goat.
No. And then gotta do Boarding School Juliet, because that's another one where like 6 people know it, but it's really good. Like really good.
6 people.
6 people know it, and 3 of them are us, because I've told the other people that it's good, but they don't believe me, so they won't watch it.
Yes, nobody should believe you either because he doesn't get his opinions from Twitter. It's the only
Children of
reliable
a
place.
Failed Night, if it had less fan service, would be a good recommendation.
Yeah, it's still a good recommendation. Watch it. We've already
It's
recommended
still a
Evan.
recommendation.
I don't know if that has more
Good
fan
action,
service.
good romance. Yeah.
Kazuya
Watch it.
Nakanishi storyboarded an episode, and it was really good.
All right. So yeah, do we want to do just really quick try to find comedy? I know that it's hard to find good comedies, so
I'll
this one could
recommend
be-
one comedy, Watamote, if you want to die of cringe. And then I'll recommend the other one that you need to worry about, Bochi the Rock, if you don't want to die of cringe but want to laugh.
if you want an actual good comedy.
See what we got here.
Got Gintama if you want a really long one.
Okay, and then I'll recommend another one, Avatar Sakamoto, because it's goofy as hell in the best ways possible.
Obviously we've already said stuff like Kaguya-sama where it's romance comedy, so it works perfectly.
I
It's
heard
got a really good English dub.
Jahi Isekai section, because Jahi is still a comedy, since it doesn't
Grand
take
Blue.
us forward.
You got to do Grand Blue, especially if you want some more mature comedy.
I'll mention again Cautious Hero, because throughout most of the show it was a comedy.
Psyche K if you want another really funny comedy and a good English dub.
This is just to piss Malachi off, and not a serious suggestion at all. There's Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid.
Oh
true.
my lord!
So
Why
true.
would you bring that up?
When they make jokes about children, that's great. I'm
I
already
can't
using this.
believe this.
Sarcasm. Yay.
I can't believe this. My poor soul has been you've betrayed me.
Good.
I don't know how to feel anymore.
I did straight. It was meant to piss you off. And I executed it.
I am an avid follower of the nation. I love Gabriel.
I
What?
love seeing on comedy having things like Dr. Stone and Black Clover, and I'm like, I mean, kind of, but I wouldn't recommend it as a comedy show.
Guys, if you want 170 episodes of peak comedy with
Of a
a
dude
few
just
fights
yelling
there,
and powering up. Yeah.
there's fights sometimes. Comedy. Go
It's
watch
recommended
Black
in the God 3 series again, Micah. What do I do?
Die.
Okay. Ooh, Buddy Daddies is a pretty good comedy. Yeah, it's got some good moments.
Yeah,
Why in
also
the
has
world are they recommending Dorohedoro as a comedy? I've seen it all.
3D animation's a joke. Yeah. I'll leave.
And then Konosuba again, because we've already talked about it. Good comedy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Just got to bring that one back up.
Okay.
We got anything else that we want to throw into this section? Like
Notice how we're
this
just throwing in a bunch of shows from other genres and saying comedy because they're comedic.
Well, they do a good
I mean,
job.
if they're not officially recognized as comedy because they didn't, for whatever reason, titled them as such, if they're funny, they're comedic. So
If they recommended, we recommended Bochi. We got to bring in its counterpart in K-On, which came out first.
We don't actually need to do that. You just
We don't have to, but I'm
a
doing it anyway.
tribute to chronological release.
It's good. Look, it's good. Okay. I get it that Bochi is objectively better, but it's good. I gotta put that in as a disclaimer, so I don't get canceled by K-On fans, of course.
even if we do think it's infinitely better, it's only objectively a better show.
Hey, sir, my lawyer said not to say those words, or you could go to prison. Ooh, hey now.
I've already made the joke of liking 13-year-old kids. So
Don't bring that back up.
I'm already liable for jail time.
I won't bring in.
I said Araragi was
comedy is the big
think I
selling
might-
point.
I literally said Araragi's my spirit animal. I am so cooked.
Yes, you are, sir. All right, we're gonna wrap up my section because I feel like we've been on it for a hot minute.
We've been on it for
Over an hour. Yeah.
Has it been over an hour?
I don't know.
got
Has it?
It's been an hour and 10 minutes. We have a full podcast.
My God, I'm out at this. Look at me go. I've just set us up for
You
success.
know how to talk.
Oh,
Anyway,
I blame the Battle Shonen section for making it so long. Personally,
I blame.
Yeah, it didn't help that you two argued about it, but that's what we do here.
That's why I'm blaming it.
Anyway, so who's next? You? If we're gonna go like MMG style.
No,
we
because
can't do it
flows
FMG
better
style.
with the actual thing.
I understood none of that, but okay.
Don't worry about what he said. Just do your prompt.
Oh, do mine? Okay, so forget about your structure. Okay.
The structure was yours worked better in the order because it went from his to yours because yours was better suited for following the recommendations than last because it's more recent.
Yeah. So yeah, go.
Okay. Top 3 animes you would rewatch. This goes off as just stated, the recommendations list, and this is even a higher tier because what better way to say that you like a show a lot than to recommend and to tell those which ones you would watch 1,000,000 times.
Fair enough. Yeah.
That made no sense, but hey,
When you said this earlier, you weren't saying that, so I was so confused. But now you've said it again. That is your prompt you said yesterday. So yeah, you're
yes.
good.
I don't understand what you didn't understand about mine, but
you worded it differently earlier.
I worded it. I worded it differently there for sure.
Yeah. That's why I was confused because we worded it poorly.
Yeah, it was still the same thing.
Yeah. All right, who here has rewatched One Piece? Woo!
Not entirely, but what was first released on Netflix, which was beginning to the end of Alabasta, I rewatched that like a good 7 times maybe.
All right, there you go, boys. He watched about 700 episodes worth of One Piece.
Well, that's just that part, and then I have now actually watched it through. I am now to where am I?
You're further than me by a little bit.
I think I left past Dressrosa. Like just got done with Dressrosa.
So oh god, that's far ways away from where I'm at. God dang.
Yeah.
I'm still like 300 episodes away from that. Why?
You'll catch up in no time.
That's my plan. Okay, so let's be serious now for stuff that we've actually rewatched more than once.
Yeah. Rewatched. I'll go first. Now,
good man.
Of course, as I said, top 3, but I'm sure this is going to end up going to just whatever, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah. My first one that I rewatched quite a bit, which I did not state, but did state that it would be saved for later. Comey cannot communicate, or can't, because we value
that is not what I thought you were going to say first. Oh, shoot. Never mind.
Oh, I'm sure the one you're thinking of will come up shortly.
It will. It should.
Yo,
I rewatched Comey once, so.
Good job. I rewatched it. At least 10 times.
I haven't even finished Comey.
Yeah, because I stopped watching it with you when I was rewatching it.
So
and then I made it, and then I made him watch it through completely.
No, you didn't. I haven't watched it because you haven't made me.
Oh, I meant
I was rewatching it with him.
Yeah.
And then when I left, he never finished it, and I finished my.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Micah, finish it.
Yeah, you should finish it.
Yes, it's funny.
I mean, I agree, but still.
It's not like it has romance elements, but it's not like, oh my god, this stands out as a romance anime, because it doesn't.
Man, at least I don't know how some balls, bro.
It's a part of the group where you have Uzaki, Nagatoro, and Dress Up Darling, but it's different because instead of the main character being really rambunctious, like literally the other 3, except maybe Dress Up Darling, she's not as I haven't seen it, so
she is very.
Okay, she is okay.
Both rambunctious.
Oh, interesting.
Like maybe Uzaki would be better.
Yeah,
it's Marin still.
Okay, so it'd be like Mara and Uzaki and Nagatoro.
Okay. Wow. Take these words because I haven't seen.
Take our word for it. I've rewatched Uzaki like twice. I've rewatched.
I've rewatched Uzaki twice, so that's good.
I've rewatched like twice as well. I don't know if I've done it 3 times, and I've rewatched Nagatoro once, except for season 2. I've rewatched season 1 once. So I'm a genius at this point, you know. I've consumed
Debatable.
all that you consume.
Or as we like to call it in the industry, he is a giga virgin.
Giga virgin, man, that's crazy.
Yes, because this man's watching romance anime. That is a giga virgin move.
You know what, man? I want to hear.
You want to go through all the shows you've watched?
Yeah, sir, come up on the stand. State your case.
No, my case isn't good.
Exactly.
I'm just like Skip Bayless. I only take arguments I can win.
No, you
And
don't. Skip Bayless was arguing with a 3-time Super Bowler about whether or not he deserves to be in like the Hall of Fame or something. I'm like,
yeah, well, he's a dumbass. That's why I brought it up.
yeah, but he doesn't only take arguments he can win. So you're not Skip Bayless.
But he deflects from the arguments he can't win.
No, he argues them. Just he doesn't win them.
Who?
He's a sports analyst that is a Cowboys fan. And
tried to argue with Shannon Sharp, who has 3 Super Bowls, doesn't deserve to be in the Hall of Fame.
Interesting.
Yeah. It was interesting. Anyways, moving aside from sports, let's go back to anime. That's what this podcast is about, anyways. We don't watch sports. I don't watch like every UFC event that comes out, and I didn't watch the Super Bowl when it was airing.
No, we're giga virgins that only ever watch anime. It's our only thing we ever do in life.
Debatable, but okay.
None of us have jobs or school or anything. No, we're just giga virgins that stay inside.
Yeah, none of us.
Yeah, none of that. Yeah.
Yeah, none of that.
Definitely.
Yeah, we're not functioning members of society.
Anyways, let me just bring up one of the ones that I've rewatched the most. Erased.
We're doing. Oh, I thought we were doing. Just you name your 3, and then we'd move. Okay.
Man, you never said that we were doing it that way.
I'm sorry.
There was no structure.
Okay.
Anyways, yeah, Erased. I've watched. It's pretty much like a annual thing where here and there we'll just randomly rewatch it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I need to really bring up how many times it's been since like 2019 or 2016 when we first watched it. I don't even remember the year.
We just don't bring it up because then you'll have to remember.
Yeah, we rewatch it a lot.
Yep.
I'm instantly gonna bring that one up because it's impossible to not instantly bring that one up when it comes to shows you've rewatched the most.
All right, I'll do mine really quick because Horimiya. I'm gonna say that one first, just because I think I've watched that like 25 times because I hate myself. Like, for some reason, whenever I'm feeling happy and I'm having a good day, I just gotta put on a couple episodes of that and realize that I'm never gonna be that happy.
Okay. This is getting interesting.
You can't be Miyamoto.
So then I just turn off all the lights and sit in the corner.
Replay the Hori.
And I play depressing music into my headphones, full blast. Yeah.
Anyway, so
the shows to rewatch the most, and this has been the most depressing era, where we just make fun of depressing shit.
okay. Next, my decision, my second choice. This was mentioned before. Trapped in a dating sim.
Based.
There is no anime. Okay, well, it has a contender that I know of, but in terms of English dub, it is freaking hilarious.
That it is.
If you want to watch Japanese dub, that's of course fine by me. I don't really care what you do. But if you want to laugh, you better watch English dub because it will make you laugh.
Probably.
No probably about it.
No heart.
If you don't laugh, then you should just stop watching shows.
You just stop watching TV. Just
it's probably
on,
rotted. It's probably rotted your brain.
You should go on
Coming
Twitter.
on.
Very much healthier alternative.
Just
Okay.
go on
Well,
Twitter.
anyway, Micah, go to your choice so we can not talk about Twitter.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Yeah, can I just say I've rewatched The Eminence and Shadow too many times already?
There's no such thing as too many times.
Fair enough. I also
depending on the amount.
Part of my rewatches comes down to watching reactors, and they always give the best reactions to Eminence and Shadow. So I see some of the best reaction videos just watching them find the bullshit happening so funny. So I've rewatched Eminence and Shadow more times than I should have already.
Fair enough.
I regret nothing. I love Eminence and Shadow.
Yeah. What? I gotta look at like the top of the list for my anime that I've watched because I feel like that's where the most would be. Yeah, I'd probably say. Well, I've probably rewatched 91 Days a good solid amount of times already. It's kind of like with like it'd be like 91 Days and Chivalry where I probably watch them the same amount of times, and I'll just put 91 Days over it because we haven't talked about that one yet.
Mm-hmm.
Because like mafia revenge stories and stuff in like 1930 Chicago, it's pretty cool, And it's got more adult themes. It's got a good main character.
It's got TK on the opening.
Got TK on the opening. It's got twists in there. Theater shootouts and stuff. Got a bunch of stuff. A lot of shootings because they don't fight with like knives and stuff.
Because 1930 Chicago.
Because like 1930 Chicago. Because Chicago.
Because Chicago.
If you haven't seen, I think it's a good idea to see it. It's got a good dub as well because
Chicago.
Chicago. Yeah, it's only
When in doubt.
Chicago. I want to watch Kids on the Slope again.
I want to watch 86 again.
I've watched that like 4 times. I need to rewatch it another time.
I want to watch 86 again.
I know you do, child.
It's pretty good.
More than once, so you can't bring that one up. Sorry, Dad.
I wasn't planning on it.
Yes, you were. Don't lie.
No, I wasn't. I haven't rewatched it.
He's lying, Gabe. He was going to bring it up.
This is a category about rewatches. I haven't rewatched 86.
Speaking of rewatches, we got to get our third and last one out of the way. Yeah, this one got to be a faster category. Here it is. It's the main event, the one I've been waiting for you to say.
So, you claim you know.
I should know.
Do you know? Micah, do you know?
Yeah, definitely.
All right, boys. Sing along with me.
No.
Oh, well, that's okay. That's depressing.
I came on this podcast to talk about anime, not sing the anime song.
What is singing but talking in style? Okay.
Yeah, well, I don't have a lot of style.
We have a shitty mic. My talking is already bad enough.
Look, I'm from the Midwest. I have no style.
So am I. You ain't no different from me.
You're primarily German.
Well. That doesn't mean jack diddly. I was still born here. I was raised here. The boring Midwest.
That's why we can't. That's why we can't sing. We got no style. The only thing you got going is you got accents that you can do. I can't. I'm literally just a purebred black and white child.
I'm not going to use any said accents yet because I think I'm going to wait a while before I submit myself as the. I'm not going to a certain person in this group.
It's small town, so
the group.
I don't got any pizzazz because I've got a dad from Chicago and a mom from I don't know if it was from here or from another small town in the Midwest.
From Hoople.
Have you not asked her before?
She's from Hoople.
Was she actually born there? I thought that's just because she lived there for.
No, she was also born. She was also born there. She was born there. That's why she moved in with grandma.
Yeah, so I got a dad from Chicago and a mom from a town with like 160 total people. Sometimes.
Okay. Well, as riveting as this is, I just don't want to mean any offense, but this is not about family history. Just saying.
Well, it's about the Midwest, so we can't sing anime songs. So, had to bring up to back it up.
Yeah. I get it. So anyway, my number one anime that I've probably rewatched. I think I haven't calculated this shit, so I don't know. It is Food Wars.
Okay,
Shut
yeah.
It really was.
You guys might have been holding your breath there for a second. I was building that crap up.
You could have brought it. You could have brought this up in the shonen category because this is a shonen.
Well, I was
It's not a
saving it
problem.
for this grand moment, okay?
Yeah, that was really dumb.
As many people talk crap about Food Wars, and some of it is for good reason because,
Only some of it, though.
foodgasms, you have everyone who takes a bite of food, instantly climax. Yeah, I wasn't going to use that word, but yeah, he used it.
Gabe, we're over an hour into the recording. We can say come.
Doesn't YouTube, it's not talking. Anyway.
It becomes a volcano, and she becomes a geyser, and they just launch that stuff. All right, for all to see.
Anyway.
They're also all children, I want to add.
Yeah. In case that one wasn't stated. But they're not all kids, all right? Like, in the first episode, there's a kid and a woman in the
Yeah, they're not all kids. And in their defense, it was made before Japan changed the legal age. So,
Your
We
Honor,
are from Japan.
Your
What?
Honor, yes, I'm watching it as a fully grown male in my almost 20s.
Hey.
Yes, I'm watching it over the legal age, and they're all under the legal age.
I
but it was
started
made in
watching it when I
2016,
was... How old was I?
9.
No, it was not made when I was 9.
You literally just said my 20s.
Well, the show wasn't. The manga might have, but the show was not.
Yeah.
But if you can look past all the climaxing,
All the degeneracy that is that show.
it is not like, holy crap, this story is amazing, because season 5 it does drop off and just get dumb, but it's a show. It's pretty good. I mean, you actually have like legitimate knowledge of food being thrown around. It's not just them making bullcrap up as they go. Although to Malachi it may seem like that because he doesn't understand what they're talking about.
Malachi doesn't know how to cook.
Yeah, I don't know how to cook.
I did say that, yeah.
Just had to confirm that.
Oh, good to know. Anyways, Gabe, continue.
Oh. The food itself looks pretty dang good.
JC Staff.
What?
JC Staff. The studio.
Oh, I was like, what'd you just say to me? Did you just come up with a new white racial slur? Not that I would have been offended. Not that I would have been offended.
Racial slur in the middle of an anime podcast with 3 people that don't know what the hell they're doing. I'd give
Yeah.
Anyway, what was I talking about again?
Food Wars.
Yeah, what specifically about it? Hold on.
The food animation.
Oh yeah, food animation. It's freaking awesome. As I stated before that, their knowledge about food they spread across every episode is legitimate. It isn't just bullcrap. And as I said before, it's just shonen stories, so it's not like, oh my god, this is like a super dramatic story. At least for like the first 2 seasons, it's not. But in the 3rd and 4th season, they pick it up quite a bit, but it doesn't, come out until a I wouldn't say a fruitful reward at the end for the 5th season, but it's something.
End. It has a conclusion.
It was a show that once I finished, I got that gut-wrenching feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I can really describe it as. It's if you really like the show and you finish watching it, and like the show itself ends, you probably know that feeling. Come on.
Yeah. I can agree with that. Yeah, when are we gonna watch that again? By the way, I mean, I know I'm in the middle of my One Piece grind, but when are we gonna continue that?
I wouldn't. I have no idea. As I said, I have 3 tests coming up, so we'll see.
Yeah. And I have my One Piece grind I'm still doing.
Yeah, next time I talk to you, you'll probably be like you'll probably be to like the Fishman Island or something.
I will be to Fishman Island and like.
I don't know why I say that like it's gonna take forever. Honestly, Fishman Island is, but
like an arc.
You're gonna be at like what's after Fishman Island?
A whole cake.
Punk Hazard.
Yeah, Punk Hazard.
Well, okay, there's like a filler thing, but it's Punk
Hazard. Yeah. I'll be there.
Okay, anyway.
Like, in a day. So like I'll talk to you in like. Well, it's a new day now, so I can say this. I'll talk to you at like a 10 o'clock, like PM, about just like joining a call, and I'll be there. Oh, it's totally possible. If you think about it.
Definitely.
I can't wait for all the feedback on this episode to be this shit.
Yeah, whatever you said, buddy.
What was that? Anyway, Micah, did you go?
You gotta do your next one.
Okay.
Yeah.
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 Because I've watched so many shows so often.
But you won't finish any of the shows I tell you to finish.
No, okay, it's a joke because I don't rewatch shows that much.
Yes, you do.
I really don't.
Don't lie to yourself, Micah.
I watch more YouTube than I spend time rewatching shows.
Loser.
I agree, but still.
You could be using that YouTube time to like finish a show.
I really could, but no.
Okay. At least you're honest. So just think of one you've rewatched at least like once or twice that you're like, this is a good one.
Honest to God, bro, when I think of shows that I've rewatched once or twice, Violet Evergarden comes to mind. I've rewatched Violet Evergarden a few times now.
You have? Why is
Yeah,
that, buddy?
it does help that it was, the second show that I watched when I really restarted my anime grinds. Because of Twitter.
Don't try to give Twitter a good name. All right, don't defend Twitter. Just say you found it by yourself. You're like, I'm curious.
No, one of my
friends watched it.
Somebody recommended it and said that it was a really good story, and then
I watched. No. Smash Twitter community. That's right. Yeah, that's right. That's just
it's Smash, not anime Twitter. Because this is Smash.
Is just anime Twitter Reddit.
Somehow Smash Twitter is better at recommending anime. What is wrong with the world?
A lot. We can't discuss that anime podcast.
It's also fair.
I know.
But yeah, no, I've definitely watched that one a few times. It's always a beautiful watch. Like, soundtrack, animation, story, characters, everything's great. It's a beautiful show.
Yeah, the only thing that's not great is like the non-canon romance that you can find in the movie.
Yeah, but the movie was also really great, so... the movie was also,
look past basic grooming.
Romance,
If you could look past basically grooming somebody, it's great.
You watch Monica, you're
it's not grooming it's not grooming if they're both underage. Hey yo, Your Honor, please don't quote that.
Your Honor, high school, being touching.
Editor, cut that out. Editor, cut that out.
Malachi, I don't need to name it, but I'm pretty sure you've seen the scene from the child with a backpack. And saying a few things you wouldn't be saying in the middle of the streets.
Yeah.
So therefore, there is no defense here. Guess
Your
go.
Your Honor, cut that out, please.
Your Honor, cut it out of the video.
Your Honor, if you take out of the video, I didn't say anything wrong.
Anyways, what's yours, Malachi?
Sorry, I just heard my roommate playing Carry On My Wayward Son, so I had to just think for a second.
What's yours, Malachi?
Probably yeah, maybe. I feel like other than the obvious honorable mentions of like Trapped in a Dating Sim in a Race, which you've already stated, which I've probably watched a lot, too many times probably, but I won't talk about it. One that I've watched a good bit that I've had to rewatch a couple more times because I keep trying to force my friends to watch it, and Micah, who still hasn't finished it because he's a not very cool guy. Dorohedoro, I've watched that one a good chunk. And it's finally getting a season 2, so I can look forward to that finally, even though they said it'd probably come out in like 2022, and 2 years later, here we are just confirming it's coming. Yeah, gotta love studios. But it's one that incorporates a lot of CG, but it actually is good CG with good action scenes, and it's a lot more gritty with a lot of blood and guts and murder. Even has zombies randomly, because why not? And it's an interesting world where it's like there's different sides to every story. The main characters live in the slums, basically. I think I find it very interesting, and our two main characters are just amazings. And I got Gabe to watch it, and he liked it, and I got Micah to watch like 7 episodes, and then he stopped watching it.
Micah, what's your problem? Micah, what's your problem with it?
He just doesn't like finishing shows.
I said I didn't have a problem with it.
It's like how I watched a season and a bit of season 2 of Golden Conway with him, and he has not progressed an episode since then. Or how I watched almost an entire season of Made in Abyss with him, and it took for me to come up with an idea to recommend shows for us to watch and talk about, and me to recommend him Made in Abyss again for him to finish season 1 in the movie. And then he thought it was so good that he hasn't watched, that he stopped watching anime for a day and has not started season 2 since. Yeah, he's really good at finishing shows.
No, I'm not.
No, I know, yeah.
There's no point of even playing a joke out. I've started.
He will watch stuff and then he won't finish it, and then instead of finishing it during his free time, he'll watch YouTube. I mean, I understand why. It's a bunch of Australians who are being funny, but
I mean, I'll either watch YouTube or I'll just watch a show that I decided to randomly pick up, finish that one, and then be like, no, okay, I just finished the show. Because remember when I did it in my heart? Because remember when I did it with Danes in my heart, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna watch this show, and I finished the entire show in less than a day.
Also, because I, kept recommending that one to you. Thankfully,
yeah, but I wanted to prove you right.
Yeah, he actually watched that one. I was very proud of him for that. But otherwise, you're terrible at it.
Yeah.
You will not try to save your life.
Yeah, like really fucking bad at it.
Okay, so that was our top 3s of rewatches. So let's move into this next section, which will finish off this section. And I think this one will be good for people who actively watch anime. Obviously,
this one is your favorite show from this year or last year. Pretty much your favorite very recent shows.
Yeah, and of course, I got to start it off by looking right back at winter last year and instantly going, Vinland Saga. Vinland Saga Season 2 came out, and it was absolute heat. One day, my German friend will watch it, and one day, Mike will watch more than 7 episodes of it.
I might. It's possible.
No, you will. It's about Vikings. It is your stuff. That's one right away. Boom. That is a good one. Really good one.
That is a very good one. So I thought it was very least. My selection would be, again, as I've said this before, Eminence and Shadow.
Specifically season 2, since that came out last year.
Yeah.
What else came out this season that I thought was actually decent? I'm just looking at this season. There's not a lot of good stuff that came out that I've watched. They had Bungo. They had Don Machi. I thought Buddy Daddies was really good, but I don't know if that's one I.
All right, well, it's my turn, so you don't get to speak.
Yeah.
I didn't think we were taking turns.
I
thought there was like this.
We've been doing turns pretty much the entire time, except for when we just randomly blurt out recommendations.
Yeah. Fair enough. All right, yeah, you can bring up one really quick.
Once,
So he's already said it, but Don Machi season 4 part 2.
I agree. Yeah.
Easily the best part of Don Machi. It was straight fucking gas. And gave some much needed development to characters that needed development. All the while, the animation was great.
Yeah, it was worth the wait. That was it.
And now we're waiting for season 5, which is also probably going to be great.
Hopefully.
They still have
Ooh, I think we gotta state some of the obvious ones as well from like the spring season. So like Oshino Ko, I'm gonna steal that from both you, even though I don't feel as highly of it as you guys. I thought it was really good still. That one should be brought up. I already moved on from winter season. There wasn't a lot of good stuff in that season that I could remember. Sadly. But that one I feel, I mean, once again, it had like one of the most, if not the most popular opening of that year. All right, banger ending theme, a very interesting concept. So I was cool with it. And when season 2 comes out, I will be there. I will watch it. Probably.
You're better than me, so you will watch it.
I'm better than you. I will probably watch it before you.
No, you won't. I watched it way before you when it first came out because I actually wanted to finish the series when it was animated.
Fair enough. But I'll just like randomly be dedicated to it for some reason and finish it before you because you'll be like distracted.
Because you'll watch the episode the day it comes out, and I'll watch it.
I'll watch it the hour it comes out, and you'll watch it like a day later and be like, "Well, I was busy that day."
I was working that day.
Yeah. We'll go with that, so you feel better about it. Gabe, do you want to bring this one up? I feel like it was probably the weakest one of the seasons for it, but I mean, still a show you really like.
What?
He doesn't know what you're talking about because he's not on Mal looking at the seasons. He also doesn't know when it released.
Yeah, no.
Oh. Okay, then I'm not gonna bring it up, so it never gets talked about. Let's go.
Bring it up anyway.
Yeah. No, I'm good.
Now I need to know what you're talking about.
No, I'm good.
Tell me.
You don't gotta worry about
it.
Gabe, just remember a show from last year and bring it up.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna stop naming off fandom shows. Shield Hero.
That's a great start.
Gotta bring it up.
It was better than season 2.
True, but I was asking Gabe.
As my colleague who rudely interrupted me, season 3 was much better than season 2. Well, that's not hard to do, in all honesty. So, in which that plays into season 3 being better, but still not that good. There were some story bits that felt pretty cool, but really a few episodes into it, and everything else past that was, the pacing was horrible. It just nonstop repeating back to like the start of the village, and then just doing something random and having nothing substantial going on, and then look, we're done. All right, next thing, and yeah.
Not true.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now I'm gonna bring this one up because I'm not waiting until the fall season to bring it up. Undead Unluck.
Well, thank you. I absolutely agree with that.
It's a genuinely good show.
No, it was. That's why I wouldn't shut up about it.
Literally,
decent ones, you know.
I literally just wish they had better pacing. Because characters have been interesting, animation's been great, and the story has like this stupidly cool premise, and the power system is just intelligently crafted for people who care about unique systems.
And then these last like 4 episodes will be absolute heat. I'm kind of happy they got to them. I just forgot where they would be, but we gotta wait for the last 4 episodes to come out. Pressing. All right. I'm just gonna stick to the spring season for a bit because I forgot that the spring season actually had good shows. I'm gonna bring up two, on purpose because they both have season 2s that are airing at the same time as well, and that's the Danger in My Heart, which we've already talked about a ton, and Mashal. Mashal. Those two. Season 1 for Mashal was okay. I'm not gonna say it was great. It was good. It was funny.
It adapted the source material well.
I'm about to say it did the first bit of the series justice. Season 2 has been far better, I think, with the action primarily, just because I don't know what it was. They decided to just
They actually hired action animators for the action.
I say like they took steroids or something and actually had good action scenes, like far beyond what season 1 was. And season 1 was still good, but
yeah, but they actually did like outsource to a few people that had action animators on them. So
then Danger in My Heart season 1 was really good. I think it got a lot of hate because weird, But season 2 has been even better. Just it's just getting better and better and better, and I'm super happy for that because it was another one that I found before the anime came out that I told Micah to watch. That it took him almost an entire year to watch because he sucks. And he's caught up with it. So, I got that much going for me.
you do?
No, not really.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Down to our other co-host, who is German.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's you. I'm not German.
Repeat the question. Sorry, you cut out.
Oh no, we're just going back to the. Now you get to pick a show from the.
Let me see. Which one did I really like?
You could say a show from this season. I didn't fully limit it to last year.
Well, yeah.
It just makes more sense because more shows finished last year.
Yeah. What? Neither of you said Sengoku in your middle of your chaos, right?
It's not. No, we have not.
Okay. So Sengoku, I mean, it hasn't finished, and while the first, quite a while into the series, it was okay, but it wasn't really
Outstanding.
Yeah, it wasn't outstanding, but the latest episode, it pretty good.
Yeah,
hopefully they can continue the hot streak, and it was just a slow build up, and then bam, and then they hit it out of the ballpark with everything else.
Yeah, I don't know what they decided to do to make that episode, because that episode was so good.
And not even from an animation standpoint, animation's been good consistently, but just
the rest of it
drastically changed. I wasn't expecting this to happen so quickly.
So the twist that they threw out there was just like a whoa, hold on.
Especially because we alluded to something happening, but in a show like this, it wasn't guaranteed that it was going to be a death flag.
Yeah,
and then it was just boom.
And I don't mean this to say an insult to Sengoku, but the first few episodes felt like season 3 of Shield Hero, where we were just not a whole lot in terms of the plot was really happening. Sure, there's a couple things here and there, but nothing that felt substantial.
Yeah, but that also to happen with the beginning of stories.
Yeah,
it's a valid thing to state when it's the beginning of the story, but there's some where the beginning of the story it just kicks off and instantly gives you something.
Yeah,
kind of like with Undead Unluck, where right away it was just setting us up, and it felt like it was actually meaningful. Where I feel like Sengoku, a lot of it was just sort of
we were just tossing concepts at the wall, and some of them stuck.
Yeah, and as I said, I don't mean this as I didn't mean it as an insult to Sengoku, but at the same time, I don't think at this point I would rewatch Sengoku. I mean, we have to see how it ends first to determine that. But based on what we have so far, the latest episode was awesome. But building up to it, all the other episodes, they were okay. They were good, but not. Yeah.
Good, but not really that good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty, to build off of the winter 2024 bit, I'm going to bring one up that is kind of late to the party when it comes to airing, but for the episodes that are out have already been straight gas. Ninja Kamui been fire. Like it doesn't have a story that's too unique or hitting it out of the park with everything it's doing. It's pretty reminiscent of old like 80s revenge stories, which works fine enough. But when you're directed by the same guy that works on Jujutsu Kaisen season 1 in the movie, and animated by a team that knows what the hell they're doing,
Yeah.
and have enough relatability in a character that you can just watch him murder countless ninja for no apparent reason other than they happen to be there, it's pretty epic. Carry that along with 3D camera animation that really feels like John Wick action movies. And you're kind of just sucked into something that's really cool and has potential to go off with an interesting story, but even if it doesn't pick up story-wise, it's going to keep kicking ass with animation. And sometimes you just need to turn your brain off action show.
I kind of forgot how much good stuff came out last year because I'm still in the spring season. I'm just like looking. I'm like, that's good.
Yeah, we're just jumping around, me and Gabe.
Yeah, you two are just picking the most recent stuff. I'm trying to like think about stuff from last year.
We picked one winter anime, and it's the most recent stuff.
Yeah, well, you picked a winter anime and a fall 2023 anime, which is still airing in winter.
Because like I said, we are just jumping around.
I know. I'm trying to think about the ancient stuff, the stuff of olden times.
I literally picked Don
season 2 this season, but that's besides the point.
I literally picked Don Machi's my first one.
Fair enough. Here, I'm gonna throw this one out here because it's never gonna get recognized, and got a T-shirt of it. Mobile
suit.
Only mobile suit that I've watched, and it was amazing. Season 2 was way better than the first season because it was just like everything that season 1 was building of just government affairs and people actually needing to die, and then we just executed. We just started killing people.
Let's just blow shit up.
Let's just start having explosions, and it was good. And I wish the ending was better. I wish that it, went for another season or two, but you know what? Beggars can't be choosers, and it had a conclusion
It
that
did end.
Mm-hmm.
So, can't complain. I would definitely rewatch it, and I was starting it with Xander, but it stinks. He doesn't hang out here enough. He only hangs out watching TV watching One Piece. So now he can't because I'm past him.
Mm-hmm.
Tough luck. You got any more from the last few seasons that we forced you to watch that you can think of?
Not that. No.
All right. Do we want to just do like me and you really quick speed rounds? Just start naming like one show and move on.
Yeah, sure. And don't go too far into detail of it so we can end the podcast.
So we can eventually reach the conclusion of this.
Yeah. All right. So now I'm gonna jump into one. I'm gonna bring up Tomo-chan because I really liked this adaptation.
Okay, and then I'm gonna throw Dr. Stone out there because it had 2 different parts of the season that were great.
I'm gonna throw out Dead Mount Death Play because I thought that adaptation was also really great, especially for Geek Toys.
Yeah, and then I'll throw out Ancient Magus Bride because once again 2 parts, really good.
I'm gonna throw out fucking. I got something stuck in my throat. I'm sorry. I'm gonna throw out Hell's Paradise because I still liked the adaptation of Hell's Paradise, even if its compositioning was bad.
All right, and then that's another Mappa one. I'll throw in JJK because obviously with the Crunchyroll Awards coming around, it's probably gonna win like all of them.
All right, now I'm gonna throw out Mushoku Tensei season 2.
Let me throw in Zom 100 for my boy Gabe.
Woo! Yeah. That shit.
Let me throw in Torikawa because it was more of the same of the fluffy romance that I enjoyed.
All right, let me throw in Helk once again because I thought it was really good, and it sadly just won't get enough recognition.
To throw in an underrated one like you did, One Room Hero. That one deserves more praise because it was genuinely surprisingly good.
Yeah. I'm not gonna throw in these ones because they're all crap. So let me throw in Dark Gathering because it's a really good horror series.
All right, then I'm gonna throw in the reason why Rayliana ended up at the Duke's Palace, because if it was animated by a better studio, it probably would have gotten more recognition.
I'll throw in Apothecary Diaries, which is still airing. Great.
And I'm gonna give my very obvious one, and since I swear people would be like, where's this one? How have you gone through all the seasons and not mentioned it? Freerin. It's
Okay.
peak fiction.
Okay, let's throw in a couple more underrated ones. I'm not gonna say this one's underrated yet. It's pretty badly rated at this point. Shy season 2 needs to come out and be really good because I liked it, but it was kind of boring.
Shoot, I'm forgetting a lot of anime I watched because I didn't
Come on, man.
watch.
More speed rounds to go. We got at least a little bit of this new season to come out with and talk about. And I got one more from
Yeah.
this season.
Yeah, of course. Okay, I'm gonna just say Horimiya Peace because it's Horimiya, but more side stories.
Yep. And then I'm gonna bring up Under Ninja because it was rough at first because it's Tezuka, but I really like the ending of it, and it's a really interesting story. And I think we got a few more left from this season to talk about. Not really a whole lot, thankfully.
Yeah.
Let's just bring up some of the obvious ones, like Solo Leveling or something.
Yeah. Solo Leveling, obviously. Dangers of My Heart season 2. I've already said Sign of Affection.
Cool.
And I'm a
I think
stand on that.
I think that we've cleared most of it out. That's a good sign. So I think that this will be a good spot to end it off for now. And
Delicious in Dungeon. Urusei season 2. Gushing Over Magical Girls for the Degenerates.
No, not that one. Blood Doggy was included.
This is one of the higher rated shows for a reason now. Okay, I don't want to fucking hear it.
Like, you know what else is a higher rated show?
Quite a few of the shows there because we've named a lot of the higher rated ones already.
Yeah, and those ones actually deserve it. I don't like just the entire the name itself is bad. Like, I can't accept it. I feel like there's a limit to the amount of the acceptance rate for this one is like a 30% acceptance rate college, and you've been rejected.
Man, if you're rejecting me for my degeneracy, fair.
I know. It's just the way, like the art style, the title. I've seen a couple of out of context things, and it reminds me of the 100 Girlfriends out of context, and that was rough enough.
Now I'm kind of wondering why I like a show, proceeds to compare it to another show I really liked. God, I wonder why Micah watches this.
Not a good thing. The stuff I'm bringing up that you like is like I got 3 series. It's not good. It's not good, but I gotta compare it.
100 Girlfriends is really good. It's just degenerate.
Exactly, it's very degenerate.
I really am this group's Giga. Jesus Christ.
Yes, you watched Domestic Girlfriend. You are the Giga.
I did watch Domestic Girlfriend. What about it?
Jeez. I'm gonna make sure to stop it now before we eventually force ourselves into so much of a brain rot state that we don't ever release another episode.
I'm already there. It's freaking 12:30 and I have work.
Yeah, it's quite literally been 2 hours. I'm quite proud of us. I mean, shoot, first episode we got it to at least 2 hours.
And now I have to edit it.
Now you have to edit it so we can actually release it.
Don't lose the footage this time.
Don't lose the footage.
That footage once.
Yep, still happened.
Once is enough.
And then eventually we'll upload it, and when we upload it, we'll make another episode, and boom, we'll have a schedule. We'll hopefully be able to release more than one video at a time, or in a month at least, give or take. And slowly build up a following of people who absolutely hate Micah's opinions because they're all from Twitter.
My opinions are goated.
Argue with us. At one point, we'll have a live episode where we just bring a random dude on who is in our comment section, and he'll yell at us for 40 minutes.
You are assuming we're going to get comments.
We will. I'll comment.
I wonder if the random guy that was in our comment section was it. It's just a pinned comment, which is just us promoting our Twitter or some bullshit. We're like promoting another site.
Stop bringing up Twitter. Stop bringing. I'd rather make a TikTok where we just post clips of us yelling at you for being a bad Twitter opinion guy than go to Twitter and promote this.
You just bought up Twitter. I'm the bad guy, but still.
Yes, you're the bad guy for bringing up Twitter so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, imagine that. You're the bad guy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're the most sensible one.
I am the one who made a joke about liking 13-year-old kids.
Yeah, and that's where we're going to end it, folks.
All right. Thank you very much for the whole 0 people who will sit through an hour plus of us talking about anime from recent times and olden times. At some point, we'll start to, hash it out to make it a little more than just recommendations of recent stuff and our favorites. And we'll just start
dog shit.
Yeah. Then we'll just talk about like why Naruto's bad, and Gabe will be like, "Yes, this is the episode I've been waiting for." And then the whole episode will be like talking about how Naruto.
None of my argument will have any base to it because
it'll just be Madara's a villain, but he's from Naruto, so I don't like that guy.
So is he really better than Esdeath?
Yeah, no, not at all. No.
So, yeah, at some point we'll start fleshing that out once we, upload more episodes. But for now, this is more or less what it's going to be, is just us
bullshit.
being really stupid and talking about anime that we've watched recently or not recently.
So bullshit.
Yep, basically. So thanks once again to whoever watches this. If you do find this on a random Thursday afternoon.
And God bless you if you made it all the way through.
God bless you if you're Christian.
God bless you. Made it 10 seconds in.
We won't say God bless. God bless you, YouTube, for maybe monetizing us in like 40 years. By that point, we'll all be homeless, so it doesn't matter. But thank you.
Debatable, but
it's debatable. Gabe will be the only one who's not
financial decisions.
Yeah, but yeah, we'll get into that maybe in a different episode, going down the rabbit hole of both of your poor financial decisions.
Exactly. So we'll wait for that.
Pull a cash case and have an anime figure special, and that's gonna be great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because then Gabe has to spend money on figures. He's not gonna do that.
I'm not gonna. No, you can't make it.
No, he's gonna be a cameraman.
I'll just buy you a figure, Gabe, and be like, "Yeah, Gabe spent like $150 on this. What a loser!"
I have a Zoro anime figure, but it's still in the box.
So
that count?
Perfect. Close enough. You just might have to unbox him at one point when we make our setup eventually.
No, I ain't unboxing him.
A Discord call.
He's not a statue figure. No, can't make me.
I can make you.
Right.
I mean, I can make myself do it for you. That's what I meant.
Anyway.
Yeah, I think that's a good place to call it. We'll be here all night, even though we've already been here for all night. But once again, thank you, co-host. I'll probably talk to you tomorrow, but we'll slowly hash out a schedule as well. And once again, thank you all, and see you later.